Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Hope everybody's doing well. Sitting here just trying to wake up and watch the birds feed and sunrise and all that stuff. So I thought we would make a little treat bag. Thought this was so cute. Diamond Press trick or treat gift bag. And I know there's like a Halloween gift bag that's different, but this is the trick or treat gift bag. So we have all these beautiful dies. And if I can open this, we have our instructions, and then we have our, let me get the glare off of it. There's different boos, trick or treat, 2 different trick or treats. There's little faces to go maybe on the skeleton. Oh, and there's your little oar. That's cute. And then we have Happy Halloween and a little kitty. And candy and spiders. Happy Halloween candy. Spiderweb, that's really cool. And I went ahead and hinged them. You know, I put my packing tape, lay it down, put this down halfway up, and then fold my packing tape over. So that way I don't have to worry about losing that carrier. So I went ahead and did that. And then, of course, it always comes with the cutting folder, which you can use these in any die cutting machine that you have. And then we have, looks like our kitty. Here's the main bag. Here's some different cutouts. Bats, love the little bats, little spooky boos. And the little, I guess, for the oar, so you could pop that up if you wanted to. I'm thinking, you know, when in doubt, bling it out. I had this laying here. Of course, I love purple, greens, oranges for Halloween. But look at that glitter. Doesn't that just make you happy? Thinking about the sides out of this and then the front and back out of this. And maybe I'm throwing things. Probably the trick or treat. I will stamp that and heat emboss it because this is kind of a dark background. So I don't know if I may do it like green or I don't know. We'll see. We'll just play around with some stuff. And may have some little skeletons or little spooky boos. Something like that. All right, well, let me start cutting this out. I'll show you something I was working on. I made one of these, they were round instead of this kind of oval. I made this for the, let me back up just a little bit. You can see all my mess there. Anyway, I made this for the store to put the cards in so we can display all the cards. But anyway, there's this little jobber I made. Anyway, I made one that was more long instead of short and chunky like this because it kind of fit up on this raised area. Anyway, it works really well. And so I needed something that was a little shorter. And I thought I'll do, you know, this size, kind of the ones cut launch ways instead of just round. And so anyway, I'm going to take it in today and put some cards on it. But anyway, I just thought that was really cool. And then another thing I was working on is the Anna Griffin Halloween pumpkin. And I'm making a little book out of it. Let me get you back in closer. Oh, hang on. So it has your main base. And like I said, this is really for a card that stands up. That's why you have this little piece. But like I said, I think I'm going to turn it into a book. And then you have this orange layering piece and then this piece. I just thought that was really pretty. So all these that came out, didn't want to waste them. So I cut out where this orange one is, I cut out a black one. And then before everything came out of my die, I just rolled it through, left everything in the die, turned it over, put glue on these little areas, and then took it, the die and everything, and smashed it down, held it for just a second, and this is what I have. So that's the negative. Isn't that cool? I think this is really sharp looking. Anyway, so I'm working on that, so you'll be seeing that soon. And I'm working on all kinds of stuff. But anyway, enough wobbling. All right, let me cut all this out, and I will be back. All right, I don't have everything cut out yet. I did cut out my sides. Aren't those pretty? But I wanted to go over this with you because it may be a little tricky. So we have our handy dandy instructions, which Diamond Press are the best at instructions. All right, we're going to cut 2 of these out. So we're going to have a front and a back. All right, well, you notice this little spot here and this little spot here? Okay, that's what these 2 little pieces are for. All right, so we're going to cut out one, maybe, with this little piece inside. All right, we're going to tape that down, tape everything down, run it through. All right, and then this little piece, straight one, we are going to cut out another one of these, and we're going to put this little piece right here. Fits just right in there. Okay, and that's going to cut a little slit. This is going to cut a little half circle slit, because the next step we're going to end up cutting some things off. So anyway, this is going to be how it closes. So one of these with this down here, and one of these with this up here, but not at the same time. Okay? All right, let me cut these out, and I will be right back. Okie doke. Well, I stamped and embossed this for the front of the card, and I stamped and embossed this one because we're going to pop this up. Okay? And then I cut out a few bats. There's 3 different sizes, 3 different shapes. And I was just going to put Versamark all over them, put black, and then that way they'd be shiny. But then I got to thinking, why just make it plain black when you can make it sparkly? So this is, I think these are out of order, yeah. But look at this. You can see all the sparkles, but it's black, and then it has all different colors in it. So why not? All right. Okay, so what we do on these, just take your little bat, front of it, and then I just lay it on my ink pad. And I take my tweezers, my fingernail, anyway, just kind of smush it on there, gently smush. And then you can pick it up and see if it's all covered, which it looks great. Versamark is a clear sticky ink, so it's going to stay sticky for a little while. I've just been using this as my little embossing powder catcher because it's slick. All right, let's see what this looks like. I'm so excited. Oh, looky there. All right, let's put this back up so we don't knock it over and have a big mess. But if I did, I have my little vacuum cleaner, my little handy dandy desk vacuum cleaner that I just love. All right, so let's take our heat tool. Let it heat up for just a second. Still have this on my tweezers because I'm not going to hold it. I don't want fried fingers. Of course, I always watch the birds, you know, as I'm doing this. And we have little finches and little titmice. We've got a cardinal. We've got a dove out there. A couple other little birds. I don't know what they are. Oh, there's a big old blue jay. Blue jays can be mean, you know. All right. I think this is heated up. And we're going to heat this from the bottom because it has the glitter. Anytime it has glitter or little chunks of anything, you want to heat it from the bottom. Ooh. So that way all that stuff doesn't blow away. That's kind of a silvery. Can you see? Look at that. With all the different colors. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. All right, well, I'm going to go and do the other ones the same way. Oh, that's cool. I like that very much. And if you do a lot of embossing and stuff that you need tweezers with, have a set of tweezers just for embossing and a set just to keep clean and neat and just use for general purposes. Because what will happen is that embossing powder gets on there, and then when you heat it, it's going to melt on there. I say that, but I don't know where my other tweezers are right now. So I'll just be careful. All right, so let me do these other 2, and we will start putting a box together. Okie doke. I think I have everything cut out. We hope so. All right, so I have my 2 pieces, which are going to be my front and back. Remember, we use that extra little piece to make this and this little slit right there. Okay, And then we have our 2 side pieces. Sparkly, sparkly. Then we have our cute little bats. Oh my gosh. And our little trick or treat we're going to put in the middle. All right. So first thing we need to do, instructions say cut this out, cut all this stuff out. All right. So the next cut we need to make, I'll get my little handy dandy trimmer. I love this little thing. I know I'm always saying that, but it's true. This is the little We Are Memory Keepers little tiny trimmer. I mean, it's tiny. Well, you just throw it in your purse and go, or, you know, your craft bag. Anyway, it cuts great. All right. So we're going to take the piece that does not have this. It has this little slit. All right. So there's a little score line right here. We're going to trim this right at the score line. This is so nice, this little trimmer, because you can see exactly where you're going to trim. All right, so there's that. Now we get to start gluing. All right, I'm going to use wet glue because of this glitter paper. All right. All right, so this is our pretty side. Okay, we're going to take one of these. And I noticed I went ahead and creased this just to make sure that, you know, because it's glitter paper. But see how it makes kind of a white line? If you don't like that, just take you some ink that's close to it. And you can go over it a little bit, and then you don't have that crazy white line. Yeah, this little trick there. All right. All right, we are going to, so this is going to be the bottom. This little part right here, let's fold that under. That's going to be part of the bottom. All right, so we're going to put, let me see, apply adhesive to the flaps on the outside of the 2 side panels. Okay, and then one underneath, one under, okay. We're going to do it to, yep, this one. All right, so this is the one with our little smiley face. Here's the one that we cut off. All right, so we're going to put some glue right here on this little flap. And I'd be a little generous because of the glitter. Let's get down in those grooves. Make sure we got plenty there. All right. So we're going to add this to this side. Let's see where this folds. So we can see a little better. This also scored at the bottom here. We'll burnish that a little bit. Okay, so you can see exactly where everything is to line it up. All right. So I'm going to line up that line at the bottom with this line. And that should line up right up here. Looks a little crooked. If you're worried about that, you know what, I'm going to do that anyway. Just because it's glitter paper and harder to see. Let me put a little more glue on here. You can lay it like this. That way you can make for sure you are right on the edge. That will dry. Clear. And this Nuvo glue sets up pretty quickly. All right. Make sure we have, yeah, looking good. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is what we have. That's going to take longer to set up because of the glitter paper. All right, get back up there. Make sure I'm on there. Okay. So I'm going to have to hold this for a few seconds and a few minutes. And I know you don't want to sit here and talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. We're going to fold this under. And then we have our little score marks on either side. That should, yep, just fold. That way you can see what the what is. All right, so I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. I'm gonna glue this down. Okay, and I'm gonna hold it and I'll be right back. All right, so this is what we have, and I'll be truthful. This glitter paper did take a while to set up, and this, my Nuvo glue sets up pretty darn quick. But with the glitter paper, it took a minute, so just keep that in mind, which, I mean, I don't mind, because I think it looks pretty cool so far. But if you're going to make a whole bunch of these, be careful with glitter paper, because it will take a minute to set up. All right, so this is what we have. So this is our back, our sides, and our front. All right, so we're supposed to bring this together, and see these flaps are going to fold under. Let me show you. Okay, like this, and then this one. Okay, so that's going to be, that's what your bottom's going to look like. Okay, but we have to adhere this side, the front, to the side. Okay, to make our box. Like that. Okay, so here again, I'm going to have to glue and hold that for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to glue this little tab. It's going to be just even right there. And then I'm going to fold these two under. And this one, it doesn't matter which one you go over. You know, if you want it to go this way, it's fine. Put some glue right there and let that set up. So let me do this, because like I said, I'm going to have to hold that and take a minute because of the glitter paper. Okay, I finally got it together. Like I said, think twice before you use glitter paper. If this is pretty bumpy, I know they make a lot finer, so I would probably go with that. Yeah, because like I said, this is pretty bumpy. I still like the way it looks, but it just takes quite a bit of time for it to dry. All right, so that's what it sees. Golly, that was crazy. Let's see what it says. All right, so we've glued all this together. We did the bottom. It says apply adhesive to the back flap. We did that. Pinch the sides and fold front flap over and secure tab into slit on the back. All right, there's no score lines or anything, so it just says to pinch it, which, like I said, that's another thing with this glitter paper. So it says pinch it together. Ooh, that's scary. Okay, and then fold this over. Sorry. Like I said, if you use regular paper, it would be a lot better. Okay, fold this over, and then these holes should kind of match up. Okay, just give it a little squeeze there. And then this is going to slide into that little spot there, we hope. Let's see. Come on. Well, it's right there. Okay. I would think that they would have little score lines at least halfway down, but they don't. Okay, let me burnish this a little bit so it will stay down. Okay, and let's see. Let's try this again. Get in there. There we go. Okay. Okay. And then there's something else you need to think about right there too. So that's going to show through. Don't like that. Okay, well, this is learning for both of us. So I would definitely do something double-sided here. So probably if you have to, you know, glitter, I would probably use the glitter on the front and back, or you could just use it on the front, or you could just use it on the back. But you definitely need to use something double-sided on the sides, because that's going to show. It doesn't show that that's going to show, but that's what it does. Very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and decorate it real quick since we have this cut out. So I thought we would put a little trick or treat there. Well, this was definitely a learning experience because I wouldn't have thought about that showing through. Put this down towards the bottom a little bit. And another thing, I would probably decorate it before I put it all together. You know, while you have it all laid out, laid flat, just make sure you have the front and the back separate. So, I mean, you know what the what is. Stick that into there. I got a little schmutz on there. Need another one. Let's see what this one looks like. We could even put one there if we wanted to, or this one. Let's put this guy down here. Well, I'm glad I made all these mistakes, so hopefully you won't. Because yeah, we learned together. Do we just need those two? No, we need the third one. Just because. We'll put this little guy up here. This is a good little size though. And let's see, do I have a pop dot handy? Let me see. Just a little one. What to do with all my pop dots? I had them out. That's what happens when you don't clean your area. You don't know where all your stuff is. Let's see. Is there one? Oh, here's little bitty ones, but we'll use them. These are little tiny ones. Oh. We can just use two. Put that one back on there. All right. Oh, get off there. All right. Well, I love the set. Go right on top, gives that little dimension. Anyway, I think that's cute. I love my little sparkly bats. But, so we know that there's no score line here. We're just going to pinch it together. Glitter paper, it can break a little bit. It's not breaking, it's just as far as the glitter part it is, which you can just take a ink pad and go over it to hide it a little bit. Definitely use double-sided paper on the sides because this is going to show through. And with the glue and the glitter paper, it's going to take a lot longer to dry. So just keep those things in mind. Other than that, I mean, this is a cute little set. I mean, it will hold quite a bit of candy. I mean, if you do that little, what, you know, we call penny candy, which there's no such thing anymore, but, you know, just the little bite-sized pieces of whatever. We have the best store here in town. It's called Dick's 5 and Dime. For those of you that grew up with a 5 and dime store, 5 and 10 cent store, oh my gosh, this one is fantastic. And you can find the old candy, all kinds of collections, needlework. I mean, you can find everything in this store. Anyway, it's been there for 50 years, I think. But anyway, it's really cool. That's what made me think. But you could fit a lot of candy in this. I mean, you could probably get 2 or 3 Reese's cups, I'm thinking. Anyway, I'll quit wobbling. But just remember, like I said, my boob ups, so you will not make those mistakes. But I love it. I'm going to end up making lots more, but I'll just be changing a few things of how I do it. There's nothing wrong with the set. It's just, you know, just things that I did. Okay, well, I hope you had fun. If you have this, let me know. Hope this inspires you to get your stuff out and get crafty, and share your craftiness with somebody. Send them a card and let them know you're thinking about them. Until next time, bye for now.